Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sudowrite 101. My name is Manon Doucet. I'm a published author. I've been using Sudowrite for around 2 years now. And for me, it really helped me to get all those roadblocks or writer blocks out of the way. So I hope that today we're going to help you to go through the Sudowrite 101 and the program itself to know how to navigate the program. I want to know what's your level of knowledge? Who's brand new to Sudowrite? Put a 1 in the chat for me, please. Hello, Herb. Kaja, Patricia, Rebecca, James. Miss Well, Daniel, Kaja. Cool. Who feel comfortable, and you guys who just started, do you feel comfortable navigating inside Sudowrite? Cool, that's a good start, Kaja. Perfect. So we have yes, we have no, we have yes, we have no. So today, this class is ready for the people who start. So again, in the chat, you can tell me who's been like about, I would say a month in Sudowrite. One week, brand new. Michael, brand new. All right. So basically today, the Sudowrite is for the people who are completely new to Sudowrite or looking to find out a bit more on how to use and navigate the Sudowrite. And yes, since the last 2 or 3 months, and I think Jenna here is my beautiful co-host, can come with me and tell the same thing, we had tons of new icon and toys to play with, so much that it's getting, we're having a hard time to keep up, which everyone called a drink from the big fire hose. So this is a very nice program for you guys to write your books. All right, so let's see if we can get with that first little slide so we can make our Michael very happy. So that's for people who are completely new to Sudowrite, or I think inside a month, we always learn something. And even me, after 2 years, when someone teaching that class, another class, I like to come in because I always learn something new because it changes all the time. So you will learn where everything feature-wise is and what they do. If at any time during the class you feel that it's not advanced enough for you, or it's not what you were looking for the class, feel free to go and sign out, and you can sign to all the other class. There's tons and tons of class on Sudowrite for you to go to. There's also a lot of YouTube class, which I will show you how to get through, or my lovely co-host can put the link also in the chat on how to get to the YouTube for Sudowrite. The course outline, we do this small greeting, which we're doing right now. I'm going to do a demonstration for 45 minutes and then a Q&A. But during the class, any question you have, put it in the chat and my lovely co-host will answer. And if it's very important, they will let me know and I will try to answer it live right now. Okay. Next, it's basically those are the 4 classes that I'm teaching this week. So today we have the 101, tomorrow is a 201 for a little bit more advanced and getting that book starting, how to get starting, the outline and things like that. We might do some today if we're lucky. The 301 is for the more advanced. So you really learn how to go through the Sudowrite program, talk to the AI and get the result you're looking for. The 401 is very special. I get that one on Friday. It's for people who want to write in different language, how to use Sudowrite to do so. And on Saturday, I'm teaching a class on how to write book for children. Any questions this far? Let's get this one closed. Hello, Michael.
Another Michael. Okay.
Let's share the other screen. This is our, do you see what I'm looking at? Yes, you do. Okay, perfect. So this is our Sudowrite, the very, very first page when we come in. So let me check if I got everything that I'm supposed to talk about. I show you the slide. Oh yes, the etiquette. During the class, if you have any question, like I said, put it in the chat. You can raise your hand under the button, which is the, where's that button on my screen? When we are teaching, we lose those buttons. Under the reaction button, you can get and raise your hands. And if not, ask Jenna some question and she will let me know that you have a question. The link for the teacher for the class link, teacher create document. All right. I have a document, obviously, for this class, which I can share with you. Here we go. Copy. Done. This document will be updated at the end of the class. So don't go and do a double or save it and close it until a bit later, because everything from the class is going to be added as we go inside the steps here. So right now they're all empty. All right. So where is my chat? I had my chat box open and it's gone. There we go. There we go. Can you double check, Jenna? Make sure it's opening for everyone.
Yes, it's opening up.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So that's done. Let's see. Let's start from those little buttons that we have on Sudowrite. This is your project page. So the first thing you see when you come in and you log in. This little new button here is for you to create a new project. So all of these here are my project. And if I click new, a new project open with a number and everything is blank with just a small explanation. Let's go back to the house. You have that little icon too, telling you what's new, what's going on. And you have the update showing up in the bottom. And if you click even farther away, you're going to get that update page where it's telling you all the new toys that we can play with. There's quite a bit, so please be my guest, go in and read all the new little toys that Sudowrite worked so hard for us to produce. This one is our little search. The search is very simple. Is when you have so many projects, and I can go on, there's a lot of projects, and I want to find the project I'm looking for. I just click search, put what I'm looking for, and every project which have child in it will show up. The next one is the interrogation point. That one is very, very useful because all your question and your account and your guides are in here. So you can click here and go in the frequently asked question. And we bring you to this place. You can put your question here, see if the answer is inside. You have all these that you can go and read and enjoy on your own time. But it's great to have when you're in the middle of the night and no one else can answer you. Join the Discord. Is everyone on Discord right now from this call? Is anyone not on Discord? All right. In the my little paperwork I sent over, there's supposed to be a link for the Discord. Maybe not, maybe I put the wrong one up. So all you have to do is to come here, join Discord. Click on it. It brings you to the sign up. You accept the sign up. And there you go. First thing you get into the Sudowrite, the resource, the rules, and then you can start your own introduction also. And this is where you're going to find all the information that you required. And because Sudowrite is so big, it's all over the world. So no matter what time of the day or the night, someone here in Discord will be up. And if you have a question, there is all kind of place where you can go and ask your question and get answer very, very quickly. This one is the most important one, I think, is where our recording goes. This is our course videos, and you can find them by level. So you can find the beginners, and just the beginner will show up, and so on. And I believe there's also, you can make search with keywords. Am I right, Michael? Is he still with us?
Yeah, you can search with keywords. If you know a topic was covered that you're trying to dig up, I believe it also looks through the descriptions in there.
Perfect. Thank you, Michael. Michael is the staff at Sudowrite. He's a fantastic guy. Always have the answer ready. All right, let's go back here. So now you know to get on Discord. There is a guide that you can go and read. Again, it's huge. It's a lot of information. You put what you're looking for, and you most likely find your answer right there too. The next one, suggest feature. That one is for more advanced user. Once you know very well your Sudowrite and you're writing a book and it says, oh my goodness, I really like to have multi-language available. Let's put it up as a feature. So go and look and find if there is anyone who put language in here, and then you can looking for here. And if you see someone who has exactly the same thing you want, you can go and upload, upvote the thing you want to add. Okay. Let's go back again. Here's report a bug. That one is if something happened during your writing or doing something and something crash, or Sudowrite start writing in Chinese and you says, oh, that make no sense, I'm writing in English. You can report a bug that way. So all you do is click on it. It's going to open a place where you put your issue. You can attach a screenshot, your email, and all the information you can, or we're still able to email at hi@sudowrite.com, right, Michael?
Correct.
All right. So that's new. That wasn't there before. When did that came out?
That was just within the past couple of weeks. We upgraded. It used to send an email if you click that button, but now we have a form with all of your information pre-populated. So hopefully making it a little bit easier.
There we go. Thank you very much. Nice feature. And right here, you get the email. So you click on it and your email program will open. And then you have that hi@sudowrite.com. Let's close this. And then you can do the chat. The chat is still an AI who answers us, right, Michael? Okay, this one is through an AI which will answer you your question. So
Actually, click that button. I'm not sure. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It opens the AI agent. So that's an AI chat.
yeah, AI. So basically you can have your basic question, or you can go down here and ask your question and see if it's going to answer you everything you're looking for quickly with the help here. AI help for Sudowrite. Oh, I like that one too. Our little gear icon, that's where you're going to find your account, your credits. So I'm on one of the max credit system, and where you can buy more credit also. So this one is a lot of the newbie likes to conserve their credit. They don't like to use them too much because it says, when I have no more credit, what do? I want the best thing to do is to become a member. You can use the basic and you can still working with that. And if you want more, you can go in the credit. And I believe the credit system are different. For me, I have the one of the top membership. So the price for the credit is different from a student. Am I right again, Michael? Yes, all right. So for you, you probably have different numbers and different amount, depending on the level of membership you have. All right. And here's the recent activity. As we go on, tomorrow, most likely, we're going to see how much credit we use as we generate with Sudowrite. So if I click on it for myself right there, you can see that I generate quite a bit of information. And I can see for every one I'm using, how many credit is going off my total. Then you have your billing account. Obviously, that's where your billing card is, when is your renewal, and all these goodies information you need for your personal account. You can take a tour, which also an AI, and it's talking to you directly. Does it still cost us credit when we use the tour?
I don't think the tour is on Rails, so it should not use any credits to do
All
the
right.
tour.
So basically you can come here and do the tour, insert the AI, and go from there, and then you can end the tour right here. Okay, next we have, then you know to log out. Next is the font. You can choose your own font, depending on the font you like to read, or all the way to dyslexic people who likes that font over here. So Time Romans and all these. I like Courrier for myself, so I like this one. Go back in. You can choose your size of font from small to big. I will try to put on bigger for you guys so it's easier when we do the video. And I'm going to open my page before someone is asking me to do it. Is it big enough? Yeah. Then you have your line spacing. I never really use it. I leave it right there because I find out that when I click my project, copy and paste it like in a Word document, Vellum, Atticus, the space between the paragraph are very, very long. And the one between the inside the paragraph are just fine for me. So I leave it there. Don't play with that. You can also change the color. Right now we're on sepia, but depending on the eyes of the people and how you like the background of your color, you can change. So we have amber, forest, and for most people when they come in, they have that sorbet, which is right on top. So this is probably the one you have when you come in. Then you have show your word count and indent your paragraph. And as you said, I leave mine off because I don't want those indentation in my paragraph. Then you have the affiliation button in the bottom here if you want to be affiliated with Sudowrite. And I think this is it for those buttons. Any question this far?
Manon?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Someone asked if you could explain the concept of credits and what they're used for. Some people also answered, but I think it would be nice if you like explain it verbally.
I will try to do my best, but this is the one I try to stay away because credit, depending on the model you're using, is different. Before we were using per words, and in the last, it's 6 months or 8 months ago, we transferred to credit. And credit doesn't mean one word. It's really, Michael, you think you can explain it better for them, the credit thing?
Sure, I'll give this. I love rehearsing this one. So I just shared a link to the document that we have in our help center regarding this. Depending on how old you are, you might remember when there was an era of the internet when we paid by the minute. So we're a little bit at that stage of development with AI. And what I mean by that is the way that AI works is essentially it's pretty complicated how AI is priced. And so Sudowrite has tried to simplify that a little bit. And our system is called credits. And the way that it works, it's roughly 3 things. It's the amount of it's a calculation that is based on the amount of words the AI is reading, words the AI is writing, and which AI is doing that work. And so what this means is that each plan comes with a set amount of credits, and those credits are used by using Sudowrite. most things cost credits, not everything. We have quick chat and quick edit, which are functions that I'm sure Manon will demonstrate at some point, whether today or tomorrow. But the idea is that the right button, for example, by default, will use a set amount of credits. And then as you add complexity, as you give it more stuff to read, it might use more credits in the future. It makes it a little bit hard to sort of explain or predict sort of what clicking a button is going to do, which is part of the reason we've added the recent activity section, so you can start to calibrate and get a sense of how your practice equates. But there's also a section of that documentation that gives you a visual breakdown. We have an infographic in there that says, hey, you know, generating a chapter of prose where it's writing 4,000 or 5,000 words for you, that's going to use more credits than clicking the right button. But it's complicated, it's complex, and the best way to learn is to experiment a bit. So just to clarify Michelle's question there, the subscription price grants you a monthly refresh of these credits. So that's essentially what you're signing up for, is a credit package on a monthly basis. But like Manon demoed, you can also purchase additional credits if you exhaust those before the end of the month.
And those ones do roll over. Your subscription doesn't, unless you have the max plan. That one rolls over for a year, and after that is resetting. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so credits, the two basic plans, the credits will reset each month. That's part of the refresh. Only the max plan has rollover credits if you don't exhaust them. So generally what we recommend is, you know, start with your trial and sort of try and get a sense, but then start with the lower plan. If you need to purchase more credits, you can do so. Otherwise, we make it very easy to upgrade. But right-sizing your plan is something you sort of need to dial in just through use.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Michael.
Yeah, you got it.
The next button on our list here is the plugin. This one is an advanced button. The plugin is for people which actually wants to make a plugin, basically chat with an AI and says, okay, I'm doing a book and I want my chapter to be divided in 10 and 3/4 kind of things. But you have to tell the AI how to do it, and you can create your own plugin. We're going to visit the plugin tomorrow. It is, like I said, it's more advanced. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the delete project. Here's all the delete program, the delete project that I have. So delete is right here under the 3 dots. So when you have a new project, you go under the 3 dots, you can delete. And now they have a very nice system. So if you do that, it says, are you sure? It's going to go in the delete section. In the delete section, you can go back and you can restore, or you can permanently delete them. Once you do that, it's gone and gone forever. One thing which is great with Sudowrite, until it's not gone forever, they can get back your words, your project. They're very, very good. They will bring the moon down for you to get that project back. All right. The next thing that we have, let's start to go and check our project, if everyone is okay with that. Is there any question in the chat before I go along?
Nope.
Perfect.
All answered.
So this is how you get into a new project. You got a new project. The project comes with a number. So for you guys, if you're brand new, you probably came up with project 1. From here, we have tons again of those buttons to help you to write. So you have your own button to just go back to your project. You click on your project and you go back inside your project. You can change the name of your project like that, and it's totally yours now to find what you're looking for. Those button on the top here, those are to help you to write and edit your project. This one is good when you have something already written. Now, you can bring your own project in. Most of us will tell you, do not do that. Try with something brand new. in Sudowrite to learn the system. If not, the other way to bring your own story inside that you already know your character and everything else, it's a lot of work when you don't know how to navigate Sudowrite. So what I did, most of my classes, I take a story that everyone knows. The last class last month was Cinderella. This month we'll try with Pinocchio, because everyone knows the character, they know what the story is all about, just to go to show you how the AI is going to deal with that. And show you also, people question is always, am I going to have problem with copyright? Am I doing plagiarism and things like that? The answer is no, because the AI never write the same story twice. So there's always something different, and most likely, unless you put the AI and says, I want you to write Pinocchio exactly the same way that the author wrote it, is going to write you the Pinocchio story as close as possible from the original. And that's where you're going to have some problem with copyrights. I hope that answered that question, because I know it's coming at every class. All right, so the right button, one thing which is very important into it is the setting in the bottom here. And I know it's going to be a bit advanced, but I want to explain the button a little bit so you have a small idea. On the first thing that you see is the creativity slider. If you put it on the least, that means the AI is going to learn or listen or read exactly what you want, as close as possible to your demand, to the AI on how to write your story. And this goes into the beats, but also goes into all the laser tool that we have on top. And this is what we call the laser tool. The oldie like me, we learn them as laser tool. If you put it at most, you just slide it. This one will get you a fantasy story or an horror story. So whatever the subject you want to write about is going to make it at the most creative. So if you want monster, dragons, and fairy and things like that, put it at the most and you'll be very, very well served. So I will put it in the middle for now. The second thing here is the number of cards. You have a choice. Once you ask the AI to write something for you, it's going to ask you how many cards you want, but it's not going to ask you as you work. So that's why this button is very important for you guys to go and choose what you want. So personally, I use only one card because I know how to talk to the AI and I know exactly what I want and I know how to tell the AI what I want. So I normally put just one card. But you can have 2 cards all the way to 6 cards. It's up to you. Don't forget that each time you generate is going to cost you credit. So go with what you feel comfortable. Each card normally will give you up to the word you choose. So you can start at 50 words all the way to 500 words. Once you're very, very advanced and you know how to work with Sudowrite, like me, Nicole, Jenna, Michael, I'm sure we use our 500 words because we know to tell the AI what we want to write the rest of our story. And you're going to learn how to do that too. So let's see, we're going to go with the middle at 150. Here is the model. Who's very knowledgeable about models? ChatGPT, Claude, my goodness, there's so many of them. Turbo, Goliath, Mito, Mistral, Gemini Pro. The 4.0 is right here too, one of the new one. Are you guys knowledgeable a lot in those models? No? Definitely not. All right. So that's one of the thing you're going to have to learn which one you like when you write. Jenna, can you find the, I think I had it in my paperwork. I think Nicole did have a paper written on with John about which model and what they do to give a small idea to people on how to use them.
I'll see if I can find it.
That's great. If not, don't worry, guys. At the end of the class, I will go in my paper and I will bring it up and I will put it down there. I know I have it too somewhere. So Cloud Sonnet 3.5 is one of the last one which start to show up on everyone emails. I like the one here. I like the 4.0. And one of my favorite is Balance. Balance is the one who's very intelligent and is very good in the number of credits it's using. And it's listening quite well to my prompt when I want something. So I will leave it on Balance. In the key details here, you can turn it on or you can turn it off. In the key details, what I like to put down here is when I'm writing a book, I'm going to tell it what genre I'm writing or what the subject is about, the age group I'm writing for, you know, those small information that the AI should know so it doesn't write to you a sport book when you want a kid's story. So that's where I would put my information. So if I put down here that I want to get the Q. Sorry, you say Pinocchio is not the right way. For age 7 to 13. So he knows what I want here. And that's a start. So this way my card is there and I says, okay, I did tell the AI what I want. So when I'm using those laser tools, is going to do it the proper way. Auto writing, I will show you as soon as we have a start of a story, how to use this. You go at the end of some of the words and it starts. You can also guide your writing. You can tell it what you're writing about, how you want to write it, or you can also check with suggestion. We have nothing written, so I'm not going to do it right now, but once we get something, if it's not today, it will be tomorrow. That's a promise. During your story, you can have a tone shift. This is nice. You have a chapter you've written and all that, but in the middle of the chapter, there's a tone shift. I mean, it's an horror. And then at some point, Garfield comes in and it becomes a humor kind of story. So you can go and change this setting just for that part of it and get it written the way you want as a change of mood for the story. Did I answer that well, Michael?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about tone shift. It's
not
not my
simple to
favorite
use.
feature.
Yeah. But it's fun to use once you know how to use it. You use it, and then I use it a couple of times, and it says, "Oh, that's interesting." So I just get a paragraph and says, "This is not the right tone," and I just went and change it. I really like to see one here that we can put our own instead of having just those one to choose from. But it's basically, that's what it is. You highlight your chapter or your paragraph that you want to switch the tone. You go there and you ask the AI to do it. And then the last one we just did.
Manon, how do
Yes?
you unselect your tone shift?
You just got out of here and it's going to stop. I did try before. Oh, there, it's not stopping. So
Just to clarify, once you're in tone shift, the only way to deselect that tone is to select either guided or auto.
okay.
So navigating essentially away from the tone shift selection in the drop down to either guided or auto.
All right, thank you. Because I did
Right
go
there.
and before, and then after I finished writing for it, it just, for me, disappeared, went back to normal. So I probably did click somewhere without knowing. Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Then here we have the rewrite. The rewrite is nice, but you have something to have written. So the rewrite is basically also here you can choose your number of cards for a rewrite. You can tell what kind of rewrite you want, but we need some text to use it. So I will show you that also. Describe, this is one which I really want to tell you about because sometimes I find it a bit frustrating because I forget to go and turn off those little buttons. Describe is going basically, if you're in the paragraph and you says, I want this more description to it. I want to know what the personage or the character is seeing, smelling, or tasting. You can go and ask these. So for me, sometimes if I'm in a building, I don't want to know what the building tastes like. So I go and turn it off. But I really like to see what they see, what they smell, the sound, not really the touch. And sometimes metaphor is very interesting, but this is what this is. And if you listen or read some books lately, you'll find some of those authors are actually a lot of authors in the fantasy world is describing their magic with those here. I thought it was very interesting because I'm listening to one of those story right now with dragons and stuff like that. And the heroine is doing magic and it goes with the smell and sight and things like that. So I thought it was very interesting for that. But this is what the describe button do. And also once we had something written, we'll find out. Next one is the brainstorm. This one is really for you to go in once you have a roadblock inside your story, or you want to find idea for your story. So we'll do a bit like Miss Lynn here. You can go in here and ask what you want from the AI. So if I want to, let's see if I can, if it's going to do it for me. So I like idea. Let's see what kind of idea we can ask for a brainstorm. Idea for what kind of story we can write quickly, a short story. Oh yeah. Short stories for adults who loves dragons. It's what it's going to do with that if it's going to short ideas. So give me a list of short stories for adult who loves dragons. You can put more information here and you can give an example if you want. So let's start with this here. There we go. So it's going to give me ideas for story with dragon. So dragon breath, a tale of a young woman who discovers she has the power of communicate with dragon. Now, if you like it, you said, okay, I like it, you go thumbs up. So thumbs up for this one is going to go in the keeper. The next one, the tale of a dragon who disguises itself as human. That's interesting too. Cannot control his fire breathing. That's going to be fun. Let's get this one in too. Man, I got some very good one here. You guys can read it. So which one you like here? Those are stories that the AI produced, Rebecca. It's not from Google. It's really from the AI who's actually looking, says, okay, you want story with dragons for adults and all that stuff. So it took everything I asked and says, anyone in brainstorm idea for that kind of story. You're welcome. All right, the next one, the dragon kiss. A young woman is kidnapped by a dragon and must use her wit and courage to survive. Man, they are good. I want to try one which is not good. A story about dragon who fall in love with a human, but their relationship is forbidden. Okay, this one I don't like. Just break down. It's going to remove it. Each time I click on a thumbs up or a thumbs down, a new one will show up. And that's also cost credit. Does this work on chapter in project already started? You can reuse brainstorm at any point. Can you show us how many? How many what? Credit. Oh yes, I will, but I have to get out of that screen. So here we have the two keepers. So I'm going to go and say save and exit. And you're going to see my two keepers right here in the history panel. Now, credit-wise, the brainstorm cost me 236, 184, 231, and 261 credit. Does that answer your question? Yeah, that's not bad. You're right. So it's not a whole lot of credit. Is there a support email for Discord? I have an access problem. You want to take that one, Michael? Someone's having a hard time with the Discord.
I will message you about that.
All right. Okay, we have these here. Let's see if I can mash up these things. because now we have this. So I'll show you the brainstorm quickly. I will show you this one, and I'm going to mash up this together and start a small story so we can actually show you the other thing, because there is that story Bible and the canvas, which I love to use all the time. And we are already at 12:41, and I like to stop on the hours because people are working and they don't want to miss any of the class. So here's a plugin. That's the
Sorry,
one.
Manon,
Yes.
sorry, very quick. If you do that stuff later, can you please specify on what the cards are, because many people are asking about that and are confused. Just for later. That's it.
Right here, this is a card. This one was created by Brainstorm. All right, and once we have a project starting to write, I'm going to use all these one here, which will produce cards, which will come over here in your history. Those are cards. This is one example of a card.
Manon, there is a little Easter egg, actually, if you want to close out the chapter generator for a moment.
Easter
Close
egg?
yeah, there's a fun feature with the cold start problem when you have a blank document. So if you go to the right, drop down and toggle off of tone shift and select guided instead, or I'm sorry, auto, choose auto. And close out the chapter generator, or just put your cursor in the field below it. If we use the right button with nothing there, it should give us a little prompt. So you click the right button right now, it should start writing.
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's
And
true. It's going to find something out of nothing. But
So there you go.
remember I put that Pinocchio in my right stuff? So this is a perfect example to show you that it took my information right here in the right button. I told what the AI I want to write about. And you see, as I click on the right, which is our Easter eggs, like Michael said, that's cute. You start writing a story about that Pinocchio. And this is also one card. And you should have about 150 words. So we have 153 words, which we did ask right here, 150. But I asked for 2 cards. So where's the second card? Right there. 2 cards. And they both have about 150 words. So this one is 149. And they're both about Pinocchio, but different story, both of them. So I don't want to click back on this. So the first one basically is Pinocchio feeling a sudden urge of guilt. So instead of reading it, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can insert it in your program right here. So if I click here, I said insert. That card comes in big letters, so you can read it on your own. I will also put it inside our document. So for you, you can read it on your own time tonight and practice. I can do the same thing with the other one, but I suggest that you go at the end. What I like to do is I like to do this here to know that I have 2 cards, and I'm going to get the second card and I'm going to insert it like this. So you have both cards inside your project and you can read it a lot easier. For me, it's easier to read it there than read it here, because you can see our letters are much bigger because it's doing what we ask from our font. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my brainstorm and I'm going to put it on top here. I'm going to insert my 2 cards. There we go. So everything that we did today is right there, and I'm separated by these. All right, so that answer your question for the cards. We don't have, okay. Any question I can answer? Are we up to date on the question?
We should be up to date. There's one which goes more into depth, but I'm gonna answer it through chat because it's not a 101 topic. So
All right.
You can go on.
Perfect. So right now I'm going to leave the project as is, because each time we have a 101, we get stuck on telling story and all that. So basically I showed you all the tools, but I want to show you also what we're going to go in depth tomorrow. This is the story Bible. The story Bible has that little slider here, because right now it's off. As soon as I click on it, turns on. This is where the fun really goes on. And when you actually write a novels, this is the place where you're supposed to go. You can go everywhere else. There's so many ways to write your book in Sudowrite. It's amazing. It's mind-blowing. So here too, you have all those information, the brainstorm. Quickly, the brainstorm is where you put everything you know about your story, or everything you want the AI to write about in your story. You have up to 2,000 words. And I know they're working to add more words so we can put even more information in there. This is where you put your genre. Everywhere you have those interrogation points. So if you don't know what the brainstorm is, you just go and put your cursor on top. It's going to tell you what it is. On top of that, it's going to tell you what the brainstorm is going to affect. So once your brainstorm is written, it's going to affect your synopsis and your beats. The next one is the genre. Same thing again, what the genre is all about and what does it affect. The genre affect the outline, the beats, and the prose. The style, that one is a very fun one to use. That one is going to tell you what kind of style of writing you want, which person POV, the tense of your story you want to write with. It goes in the style. And this one affects the beats and the prose. As we are in the style, there is this one here at the end, match my style. They're working very, very hard at Sudowrite to get our voice. Now, if you guys have something already written up to 2,000 words, you can go here and match my style and put your story in. Or if you like a story from another author and you have a hard copy and you want to put the part of the book you really like to write the same kind of style of that person, you copy it, put match my style, and you get match my style to work. So I already did a match my style into another program here. And I was very, very surprised to see, is it this one? Just give me a second, because I was very surprised to see that they fixed it. So we can actually do match my style. Was it in my kid's story mode? That's the one here. Right there. So what I did is I changed my project to a project that I wrote before. And I'm going to show you the style. So what I did is I did go and match my style. I put the information in. And I'm going to get my brainstorm, select all, copy, because I have about 2,000 words just for you to see what I'm talking about. I go to match my style. I'm going to pass everything in here. And this one is a nonfiction book. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, okay, this is how I want my book to be written. I'm going to go click next. It's going to analyze the words, the style, how fast I'm writing, the tone and everything else. And it's going to give me this, which is not what you gave me before. That's not right. We have a glitch, Michael. This is not a match my style. He's actually writing an outline.
Okay. Go ahead and screenshot this or something. I have not used match my style recently, so I can't say if there
Okay.
was a prompting change.
All right, I did I don't know if I can put it, I will send it to you in Discord.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to get out of there and I'm going to try again because it's not supposed to give me that. So it's supposed to give me that. So when I did it earlier, it gave me the tone and the mood for the story. And what I did go and try to show you is once, I'm going to get another story somewhere else because they fixed it, which I was so happy. Let's see my dog story. I'm going to use this one here. Give me something to get. And let's go back. Oh, let's go, not this one. Let's go back in. I want this thing to work so you guys understand what we're doing. So go back in here, match my style. We give it another try. match my style, insert that information, which is about a dog. Next, come on, now give me my style, please. There we go. This is what it's supposed to give me. The tone and mood of my story, the POV, the vocabulary and the word choice, the sentence of the structured sentence, the pacing and all the information about your story that is very important to know how to write it. What they did is this send to doc is finally fixed. So you click send to doc and this is going to stay there. And in the background, you can see there's a right sample style which just pop up. And I don't have to go back and forth. I just need to click next because match my style is 40 words for the AI to use it. So it's going to compress it to less than 40 or less words. Sometimes it might give you more words. All you have to do is to go in, put a little minus sign between words. I know it's going to tell you it's error, but as you check in the bottom here, we have at 25 words. If I put another one, 24 words. So if you have more than 40 words and you don't want to lose it, just put little minus sign between your words. Now, we get that little insert here. You click on it, and magically your match my style is inside match my style. Now, I'm going to show you something else. This is match my style here doesn't match my story because this is a nonfiction book, but the match my style is about the dog story. So this is wrong for me. So I can go here in the history, click on that little clock, go back to my first one, which was there before, and click on it. This is the one I was looking for, restore. Now, my style for this book is restore. This two little square on top of each other is for copying and bring your match your style into a different project if you want, or in Vellum, Words, Google Doc, or anywhere else you want to write your book or have all your information stored. You can copy it this way. Did I lose anyone? Or is everyone still following? How are we doing, Jenna?
We're doing good, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to the house here. Go back to our project where we had everything. That's not this one. That one. There you go. That's a project we were working on. So now you know how to work your style. Once tomorrow we go in and do a whole story and we start everything else like really inside of it, you're going to know how to do your synopsis, how to develop your character. That one is beautifully done. They did a beautiful job on getting our character really, really well structured. And we have so much information we can put in to get our story to really keep on track. Your outline also will be done through Sudowrite, and the world building, which is another, this is really advanced, probably be on the 301 that will be teaching that one. That one is amazing because it's kind of working like a plugin if you know how to work plugin. So we'll play with that and we'll show you how that works. So this is the main story Bible very quickly. And I'm sorry, it's quick because we're already at 55 and I know people go to work. The next button is Canvas. That one is really, really fun. Normally there is a sample of project, but it's not there today. If you see something already on the page, that's because you have the sample project, which is telling you how to work with Canvas. Canvas is a big corkboard, so you can do your sticky notes. Like if anyone is in my age section and they like to do books with sticky notes on the wall, on the cardboard and things like that, this is basically, that's what it is. So the fun part here is this one here. You can create an outline inside Canvas. If you click on it, you get outlines. You can choose the outline you want. You have choice between the hero's journey, the Hollywood beat, story circle, romance outline. So you choose whatever you want, and you can choose and do it as many times as you want. So we stay here and we can say to write a kid's story about a young dragon. And you can give as much information as you want. Yes, there is the Hollywood Beats for the screenwriter. So if I go and I just put that in and say generate a full outline, it's going to go at work and generate a full outline. There we go. We have our outline for a kid story for a young dragon. So mystical kingdom Draconia, young dragon Dax live with his family in a cave on the edge of a volcano. Dax spends his day playing with sibling. And you get the call at adventure, the refusal of the call, really the way the hero's journey goes. Now, when I said that you have all the other one, you can go and move this screen and move far enough. You can start a new one. You can come here. You can do the Hollywood Beats, use Hollywood Beats, put the same thing inside, write a kid story, young dragon, create. And it's going to create into that Hollywood Beats. In the corner here in the bottom, you can get your screen bigger or smaller. You can go back or go forward for you to go around. This I'm going to show you. If I don't have time to show you tomorrow, it will be in the 301 or definitely when I'm doing the teaching of the kid story. I love to take this box. I'm going to show you how to add details to get an image. And this is your other one, sorry. From this, I'm just showing you the overall of it. I will show you more tomorrow and on the 301 how to use every cards, how to change things in the card, how to fill up the cards on your own and when to do so. Okay, and I'm sorry, it's very quickly, but this is how the thing here is working. Quickly, I'm going to show you what I did about the kid story. This is the kid story and how I use the canvas. I use the hero's journey, the story circle. And what I did is I really want to have an image for each part of my story. So what I did, this is a story about a dog named Ginger. So the first one gave me a dog. But the second one, it gave me a lady who's colored Ginger, which is not a dog. So I realized, I have to tell the AI, there's a dog. So each time I see the word Ginger, I put Ginger is a dog. Then I start again. So each time I got to one of the box, and you can see every single box has an image corresponding to the part of the story. From there, you can see you can do a book for children or a book with image in it right here in Story Bible, or also inside the main Sudowrite Story Bible. This is the canvas, sorry. And the Story Bible, you can do the same thing, but this one is kind of cool because you can have a global view of your book very quickly. Where did you click to get the image? All right, quickly how I did that. Basically, I took what's inside my box, which was generated by the AI, and I did add Ginger, the dog. Because if I took off the dog, because when it did the generation, there was no dog, it just says Ginger. So I just put Ginger, the dog, and I click here on visualize. As soon as you highlight words, it will tell you what else you can do with it. You can generate other cards like this. It's going to give you 3 new cards if you want your story to go a different way. And from there, you can choose one of those cards. And normally it's a bit, there you go. Highlight a bit. Come on. There you go. You have to get blue, get the little finger, and you can move it. Now, if there's one of those that I want, like this one, it says, okay, I like that one. And I'm putting it in there and you have to be on right on the middle. You wait until you see those dot, 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 then you drop the mouse. Then the new card is there. The old card, you need to get your finger there, and you can move the old card up the way. And this is one become your new card. And what I like is it did keep the fact that Ginger is a dog. So if I take this one, I highlight it, I still have my visualize right there. Click on it and wait for the AI to do his magic. As it's doing that, everything the Sudowrite program give you is yours. That's your copyright, unless something changed in the last couple of weeks that I don't know about. The image is yours, the story is yours, that's your own copyright is yours. Am I right, Michael? Good.
Yeah, we have a IP section in our documentation, but anything you generate, anything you put into Sudowrite, anything you generate from Sudowrite, it's all yours. Includes images. Sudowrite makes no claims to the contrary. You own it. You made it, you own it.
All right. It's taking a very long time to generate an image, not sure why. Generating, but it's nothing showing up. Nobody goes faster than that. It's always when you give a class or you teach a class that sometimes things just don't go the right way. It's already 1:03, so I will stop the class here. And any question you have, we're going to try to answer them quickly on what was taught today. So I have 2 pages in my story, one or, oops, that went fast. Any question I can answer, you can unmute and ask your question. For the one for the land and setting, yep, love. Okay, Jade is saying that she love visualize. I think mine just crashed because it's not going anywhere. The other one is I'm writing a novel and already have 3,500 words in the manuscript alone and ton of different document organizing the Google Drive. Da, da, da. The credit is going to use a credit when he reads what you have written. So if you go, because if you bring it in, it's not going to use credit. But once you start using your words to transform your story, it's going to start using credit because it's going to have to read your story. It cannot help you without reading the story. So that's how the credit is going to be used. But if you just put it in, there's no credit used until you use the AI to transform your story. Any question I can answer quickly, Jenna?
Not that I know of.
I'm going to make a screenshot of this one because this.
I think we kind of covered them all. If not, please speak up.
Repeat that again.
Well, I'm scrolling through and I think we covered all the questions, but it could be that we, I don't know, over someone. So if we missed your question, please speak up.
All right. You're welcome. So I'm going to stop the recording. You're going to receive a small email. Please let us know if you like the class, how we can make it better for you. Don't forget it's a 101. And we are here to teach you how to use the program and how to start writing your books in it. Tomorrow, we're going to go a lot deeper. We're going to have project going on, and we're going to fly through all the steps to write your book, how to transform your book, how to use the tools. So it's going to be very intense tomorrow. And on 301, it's going to be all the tie up all these and answer all the advanced questions also. So I really thank you very much for being with me today. I really appreciate you coming to this class, and I hope to see you tomorrow at the same time. Where is that stop button?